two different things. Have you seen Ben Askren? Do you guys know Ben Askren? Ben Askren is this American Olympian wrestler, um, and he was one of the most dominant fighters when he was in Bellator and won. Never really got the recognition that he should have gotten because he spent most of his time in lower rung organizations. He was very strong, 40 years of age. He got a pneumonia. Life being unfair, again, life being unfair. Here's another point, life being unfair. He got pneumonia and severe pneumonia, and he didn't think much about it. Comes from a wrestling background, of course. Those motherfuckers are really tough. And he thought to himself that what is happening to me? And then by the time he reached hospital, he actually passed out and he went into a coma for 60 days almost, or more than that. And the perspective is that he went into a coma, got a double lung transplant, and he said that, why did it happen to me? Why me? Ben talked about it. Why did it happen to me? But the truth is, it happened. And he said, I didn't smoke weed. I didn't do anything. I never smoked a cigarette, but yet this happened to me. Why? And he could have self-sabotaged himself, thinking the condition he was in, because he had lost 40 pounds, and the condition he was in was unreasonably sad. I mean, I was sad looking at him because I saw this fighter and I saw him bulldog choke. A bulldog choke in jiu-jitsu is like when you hold somebody's head like that, right? You hold somebody's head like that. It often happens in street fights, and you hold him like that, and he choked out a world champion with holding him like that. And people will say, oh, it was like a early stoppage or whatever, but basically what I'm trying to say, for that person to not be able to walk even, but he was like, it happened to me, I can't do shit about it. The only thing that I can do is not think about life being unfair to me and just move forward. I'm paraphrasing right here, but that's what he said, and he moved forward. And he moved forward. Right now he can walk, he can eat his own meals. It's sad, yeah, even now, because he barely can lift a 5-pound dumbbell, but he is all smiles, and he's living for his wife. His wife is great, with kids, and they can learn from his example. Like, dad has had the worst thing happen to him when it was kind of almost unfair on another level, but he pushed forward. And for kids to see that and to go through that, and with their parent showing them who they are, how brave they are to go through a situation like this, can create a lasting impact on kids. So I also think of that in when I think about the unfairness of life, when I think about my friend who failed in a similar way that I did, but had the leverage of life, coming from a generational wealthy family, went on an international trip because his parents wanted him to chill out, while my parents were like under pressure and thinking, what will people say? And I was thinking what I would do next, and I had no clue what I wanted to do next. And he went on this international trip, and I was self-loathing myself. Oh, why was I born in this kind of situation? The only thing you can do is not self-loathe and look at situations same way that Ben did, and look at the world from a different lens, not just from your own, and just move forward at times. I always think about those kids in Gaza. I always think about the kids I used to see in the cancer hospital when I took my uncle, who was suffering from colorectal cancer, again to the hospital. My young cousin, and there was a niece I had who had lost her father to suicide. They are going through way worse things than I have ever went through. They have gone through all that, and My uncle's daughter could barely understand what was going on with her dad, and she used to pray to God. That little soul, she was 6 years old, 5 years old, and she used to pray in front of God, just make my dad better because he was losing weight, and he was just a shell of his former self at that point of time. In 2020, 21, it was so hard. His thing started in 2017. It was so hard for him, and for me to see all that and understand that, yeah, life has been unfair to me by some metric, but it isn't unfair to the metric that I think it is. It's just an illusion I have created for myself, and that has helped me to move forward. And with that, I think, with that in mind, I hope it will help you to move forward as well. Um, with that being said, have a great time. And if you show up for me, if you watch this video, I will clip a certain portion of it. Thank you. Thank you so much.